All right, Oval fans. So last night was the season 3 finale, episode 22, entitled Roadkill. Yeah, I'm just sitting here thinking, wow, the audacity for the show to finally get good at the very end of the season. And I still stand by what I've been saying for quite some time, even when the season was around like episode 7 or 8, I'm like, this season is on track to be the worst season of the Oval, and it certainly was. And I will do a video going over reasons why in the near future. But yeah, this finale, while good compared to the majority of season 3 overall, excuse me, it wasn't enough to save the season. I am intrigued about season 4 whenever that comes out. To my knowledge, I don't know if there was any kind of promo or return date teaser. I did not watch it live. I literally just watched the episode online 15 minutes ago. And who didn't either catch a bullet or have a gun pointed at him throughout this episode? It was pretty wild. I mean, part of me, to be completely honest, I feel like this episode deserves bonus points for not being as bad as the rest of the season. So I wanted to give it like a 9 out of 10, but I'm like, I feel like that's way too high for an episode that I did enjoy. But I think I'll be generous and at least give it an 8 out of 10. I think an 8 out of 10 is a fair score, and we'll go from there. So, Roadkill. Yeah, honestly, there were a few things we didn't get resolutions on. Like, we didn't even follow up on Grip and Priscilla and them. So, yeah, I'll still give it. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. All right, so, there's no trailer, there's no promo, so it's just me reviewing the episode. I might have a couple theory videos, and that's about it later on this week. But Priscilla is stunned over Donald's threats to Alan in his apartment, and basically she's asking 20 questions like, what the heck's going on? Does he come here often? If he's come before, what's he come over? Like, what was the reason for, and this and that. And Alan is still a little tipsy. He's saying like, well, first he's like, only every once in a while. Like the first time was when Jason attacked Ellie because he snuck, to the apartment by hiding in the back of her trunk in the same way that the daughter did before, referencing Gail and how she escaped in the trunk of Jean's car. And then again, after Ellie was killed, that's when Donald showed up. Why didn't you tell me that a few minutes ago? I can't remember, okay? And you know what? I got a gut feeling this is bad. He's dangerous. He's not going to hurt me. What do you mean? He's bisexual. And look, he looks at me the same way I look at women. I noticed that he likes me. So she insists that he puts his shoes on so they can leave now. And it's funny because I think, Alan opens the door and then Grip is right there with a gun. And then, Priscilla, she straps up. And I'm thinking to myself, well, so much for your theory, Alan. I guess it's best to trust Priscilla after all. And we never get follow up on this scene at all. We don't. So I guess we're to assume the entire episode Grip and Priscilla were standing off, and during the hiatus we're just going to have to wait as well. At least with the Kyle and Sam, shootout, there was a good distance between them. But you're telling me Grip and Priscilla were just standing there the entire episode? Damn, now that I think about it, I kind of want to dock another point just for that. But let me keep going through the review. Alright, so we go over to Richard and Nancy's house, and Nancy's worried about Barry being out on his own, and well, Richard made a good point, and no, I'm not talking about the whole being disrespectful and all this other jazz, but the fact that Barry doesn't know anything. I mean, he did tell Sam some stuff, but then Sam wouldn't open his mouth. To be honest, Barry's better off not being there. So, Nancy just wants, her son back because I ain't gonna lie, Nancy's been, surprising me as of late in terms of me actually agreeing with her. It's like, well, Richard, you gotta understand how the boy feels. You got Sharon here and then that other boy. And it's like, well, yeah, I understand. I'm thinking to myself, and I'm not trying to sound disrespectful my damn self, but Richard, what if your father had to stay at that house? Like, let's say if he was caught up in this mess, how would you feel if your father, the man that your wife screwed and had another child with, How would you feel if he was staying under that roof as a soldier and as his son? Would you allow him to stay under that the roof of your home, or would you let him fend for himself? I mean, hey, I'm not saying Nancy is, fully won over on my part. I still don't forgive her for the Cali stuff, but she did vouch for her son. It's like, you have that boy here, but not your own son. And Barry's not answering the phone, but she will just feel better if Barry was there with him. But Richard does call, and Barry answers, and basically he pulls the mom card. Hey, I got to go to a meeting, and I need you here to be with your mother. If I were Barry, I would have been like, well, don't do that. Yeah, she needs you, Barry. Well, you got Sharon, Kareem, and Dale there to take care of her and watch her while you're gone. I ain't gonna lie, I probably would have said it. Like you said, I'm staying at a friend's house. It would be better off for everybody if I wasn't there. I would pull that. I would do it, because it's like, nah, I'm not. Look, because the whole disrespectful thing, it's just like, I know something's going to happen, and I know how easily I'm triggered, and that's if Barry is self-aware. But and I'm kind of, bouncing around, but I feel like it's just best to talk about all these scenes at once. But Nancy, after she learns from Richard that Barry's going to come home, Richard bounces so he can go to this meeting. Nancy pulls Sharon to the side to let her know that Barry's coming home and to please keep him calm. It's like, I don't want no shit. I'm like, so she also makes a good point, because like, Sharon's like, yeah, but with the son in the hospital and everything, at least the president isn't thinking about me. I don't know about that, Sharon. What do you mean? Look, Richard doesn't tell me anything, but I just know that man is I just heard some rumors that man is crazy, so you might want to be on the lookout. So don't drop your guard just yet. Barry actually comes home, and he hugs his mom. He tells mom, look, hey, I know everything that's going on is pretty crazy, but I'm just going to go upstairs to my room. And I'm thinking, that's it. Barry's trying to walk away from this shit. He ain't trying to mingle. He ain't even walking through the living room, to size up Kareem. He's like, look, I'm home. I'm going to go up to my room, and I want to leave it at that. And I don't blame him. But no, what happens? As soon as he's halfway up the stairs, Sharon rushes out to, hey, thanks for coming back. I appreciate you. Give me a hug. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not saying I wouldn't want a hug from Sharon, but Barry was trying to keep calm, and he don't want no hug. He's like, look, isn't Kareem right there in the other room? I ain't trying to start no stuff. I want to go. Come on, hug all the history we have. Shit, I'm scared too. Give me a hug. So he gives her a hug, and then what happens? Hey, y'all got a bathroom in here, a porta potty. Should I go in the corner? Is it upstairs? Man, you ain't got to go no bathroom. And then Dale's like, over here, down the hallway. So he goes, and then Barry's like, see this shit? I was trying to walk away. I ain't even mad at Barry. The boy was trying to go up to his room, chill, not worry about what's going on. But what happened? Kareem started some shit. And I ain't gonna lie, I kind of blame Sharon too. I get she was doing what Miss Nancy was saying, but at the same time, this heifer loves some drama, because Kareem wasn't even 10 feet away. And Barry was trying. And like I said, I'm going to keep saying it because it's rare that I say this, or I'm able to say it. Barry was trying to be cool. That's all. That's it. All right. So it's funny because Barry decides, you know what? Fine. I'm going upstairs. And then Sharon follows him. Okay, and I'm thinking, so what's the sleeping arrangement here? What's going on with that? Obviously, Richard and Nancy got their room. Barry has his room. But where's Sharon going to sleep? I mean, are they all going to sleep downstairs? The three, people on the run right now, or what? I don't know. But regardless, it's funny because Dale takes Kareem to the restroom, and he doesn't want to use it. It's like, look, see this crap here? You see how they were hugged up? Look, she's not into him like that. It's like, look, she's only doing that to calm him down. You know how angry he gets. I don't need to use bathroom, Dale. Look, this fool Kareem was about to go upstairs. And Dale, for the win, was the MVP. He just opened the bathroom. Go in there. Go to the bathroom, Kareem. Hey, it's dark in here. Where's the light? So then Dale opens the door and hits the light. I ain't gonna lie. I remember after he was shot at the ending of season 2, I was like, you know what? I don't dislike the Dale character, but there's really no reason for him to be around anymore. So if he got killed off, okay. And then, he was, still alive. And to be completely honest, he's a welcome form of lighthearted comic relief. He's a tension breaker. And I like that. So Dale, you cool in my book. So That was a pretty funny scene. All right, so from there, let's go over to the White House real quick. So Donald goes to the Oval to check on Hunter, who is literally freaking out because Victoria off their son. And even though Donald tries to say, hey, maybe it was for the best. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. I think Hunter's like, look, I can't even be in the same room with that woman. So please move her, move me, do something where we got separate bedrooms. Give me some cocaine. I need some women. Where's Kyle? Where's Grip? I need somebody to give me what I need. And I need you to find out what she did to, our son. Like, do it for Jason. For who, sir? I'm thinking to myself, if I were down like hell, that little Chucky needed to die. I don't care. But in any case, he rushes off, and then Hunter gets on the phone, and Grip isn't around, so he gets Alonzo to help him out. Alonzo actually comes to the Oval, and pretty much Hunter tells him to put like on a cap and a jacket and whatnot. I think they're driving Alonzo's car like a Prius or something. Like, look, I need to be in the back seat. We're going to get out of here. It's like a fun little trip. Remember, I'm the boss, not the chief of staff, not my wife. I'm the boss. You do what I need you to do. And then they bounce. And, well, I guess we could just skip to... No. I'll go to this other scene. So Donald goes up to the residency and talks to Victoria in her bedroom about, what did you do? And I don't know if this is double talk or, if Donald is trying to avoid incriminating himself, but allegedly he was the one that gave Victoria whatever drugs that she used to off Jason, I guess. But in any case, I'm practicing my sad face when we announce the news. We know how non-remorseful Victoria is, so I really don't need to harp on it. But he is going home, and he needs Victoria to go to the Oval to talk to Hunter right now because he wants coke, a girl, and everything. It's like, no, he always does this when he's upset. No, you go to the Oval right now. Victoria, you go down to the Oval and talk to him right now. I was like, oh, damn, right now. You better go right now. So he leaves. We go to the bunker, and you got Kyle and Sam still, doing their shoot off. Kyle notices the pool of blood is getting bigger and bigger. And in the midst of it, Max and Bobby come in. And I love this little attention to detail about the fact that they did not close the door. And I know Sam's like, make sure the door doesn't close. I like that because remember, Kyle shot the handle off from the inside in the last episode. So that was just great continuity on their part. But just to kind of sum up the scene, because there's a lot of back and forth banter between Max and Kyle because Max wants to stay, obviously to kill him. But then Kyle, who said, I don't know anything, was like, hey, you know what? If I die, all the information I know goes with me. Yeah, great way to protect yourself, Kyle. So Matt, after a lot of back and forth bickering, Max is the one to take Sam to the hospital so he doesn't die, and Bobby and Kyle are left in a standoff, one-on-one. And that's pretty much the scene in itself. It was a welcome little action scene, considering that we really don't see much of the Priscilla Grip thing after we cut away from that scene. I think my favorite moment is when Kyle's like, Sam, are you still alive? And then he just reaches up, boom, fires up a shot just to show like, yo, I'm still here, motherfucker. So I love that. All right. We go over to the vice president's house, and yet again, another signal that Simone is the brains of the operation. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I got a decent amount of sleep and I was able to pay attention to the episode more. But I think Simone is getting better and better with each episode. Obviously, she's wearing the same outfit as previous episodes, but I don't know. I think there's just something about a woman who's that confident. Even though I don't like to be the one who follows another person, she could pretty much, control me any day. But that's neither here nor there. All right, so she's concerned because nobody showed up for the meeting. No Sam, no with Kyle in tow, no Max, no Bobby. But basically, Max calls in the middle of their conversation to let them know that Sam's in the hospital and he got shot. And, it's a question of how the hell do you get a gun? But, Eli makes it clear they need Kyle alive for the information. So, from there, he just says that, hey, Bobby's with Kyle in the bunker right now. I'm about to head back over there. And Eli is talking with Simone about the situation and said, look, we need to get some more guys as backup. We need somebody at the hospital to watch Sam. We need somebody as backup to go to the bunker to help out Max and Bobby with Kyle. But Simone makes a valid point. Honey, who can we trust? These people, we appointed them in their positions for a reason. We need to let them handle it. Alright, so at the hospital, Sam is in the hospital bed recovering from getting shot. Max is there too. And Sam asks Max to call Richard. And in order to, then call his wife to let Priscilla know what's going on. And you got to think the man is in the hospital fighting for his life, and he's thinking about his wife. And where's Priscilla? Making tea for another man. Well, actually, she's, got a gun pointed at another man right now, but that's neither here nor there. All right, so Max is on the phone, and yeah, I think Sam has facial recognition on his phone. So he's at St. Rose Hospital. Max is telling Richard to come over there immediately because he needs to get back to the bunker right away. And he's like, oh yeah, and call his wife. So he says, hey, Max, bring Kyle in alive. No promises. So he leaves. So then we go over to Donald's house for the great standoff. So Lily comes in. She raids the safe, money, and it looks like there was a book or something in there. But she basically, has her duffel bag, fills it up. And right when she's finishing, cleaning the safe, she closes it up, hears somebody come in. She kind of hides around the corner, and Donald's like, you can come in. I mean, you can come out. You don't have to hide from me. I know you're in there. And once again, this proves that Lily should have just kept her ass at the hotel room. Donald says, you really don't know what you're doing, right? Well, hey, there was nobody here. Yeah, don't you think it was suspicious that there was no Secret Service at the door or anything that you could just waltz right in? They'll be back any moment, Lily. Oh, great. So they'll be able to see my next move. What's that? So she pulls out the gun. Honestly, not really a lot to decipher here. This isn't like, Sisters where, oh, wow, the dialogue here was so great. It was just the same petty jokes between the two in regards to, oh, 4 inches long on our wedding night. Oh, you should have looked better, baby. And, oh, you had your bottom bitch try to kill me. That's the past. I ain't gonna lie. Donald has some good, banter back and forth. But she wants his keys in order to escape in his car, and he's like, they could trace it, not if you're dead. And I'm thinking, I'm pretty sure that theoretically, if Lily got the keys to Donald's car and she kills Donald and then she escapes in said car and Secret Service is literally closing in, they'll be like, hey, we need to trace the car, unless Tyler Perry writes him to be completely incompetent. So she takes the keys, and before even shooting him, you know what? You're not worth it. It's funny because Donald's like, don't go, Lily, don't go. Farewell, my love. She opens the door, bop, takes one directly to the shoulder. I told you, didn't I? So then Donald, decides to just kind of charge over, which I feel was stupid. She takes the gun, bop, bop, hits him in the side twice. I think like one to the chest, one to the side. So he takes 2 bullets and goes, oh! So she was like, fuck! And then we switch over to Dale, Sharon, and Kareem on the couch, and Nancy sitting in a chair beside him. And Dale looks at a blog where there are rumors of Jason's death. With a father like that? And then Hunter just pops in out of nowhere. And what's wrong with me? And I'm like, damn. So, and this happens over the end credits, by the way. So Hunter is just up in the living room. I'm thinking, wow, Alonzo ain't waste no time going directly over there. So yeah, this was a pretty good episode. Now that I think about it, I do feel one of the worst things was the fact that we never revisited the scene at Alan's apartment to determine what happened with Grip and Priscilla. Other than that, I think this was a pretty solid episode, and I think an 8 out of 10 is a fair score. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What did you think of the Oval Season 3 finale, Roadkill? Do you think it was lackluster? Do you at least feel it was better than a majority of the Season 3 episodes? Did it leave you excited enough to say, you know what, I'm going to give Season 4 a chance? Let me know in the comment section. Hit the thumbs up button to show you like the video. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. Hit subscribe and hit the bell icon and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post content on the channel.